everyone! This is Remleiz from 40k Theories, and it is ungodly hot today, but regardless, welcome to this new episode of Adeptus Podcastus. No Tactica Imperialis this week, they're busy with the gun drones. But don't worry, I'm not alone this week, for joining me as our returning guest this week, it's Voice Quills!
Hi, glad to be back.
Hello, welcome back. And yes, you can attest to how hot it's been as well, since you're on the same island as I am, so...
Yeah, today's been kind of brutal. It's a little cooler where I am, but I can still feel it right now, and I don't do the heat very well.
Neither do I, but you're lucky, you're in Scotland, so... This is like freak phenomenal weather in Scotland, it's sunshine? What's that? It's like that old joke, it's like that joke, the police can't say you're Nick Sunshine, because no one knows what it means.
Look, we get like 3 days a year where we can see the sun, and we all panic. People start doing their washing in the garden. They iron in their backyard. Scotland goes a little mad.
Yeah. That was a random tangent to start with, but regardless. So yes, in the news this week, it's mainly the Skull stuff, the big computer game celebration that Games Workshop likes to do each and every year. But before we jump into that, we're going to talk about the sole miniature reveal of note that came out recently. Ciaphas Cain, hero of the Imperium. And I don't know if you haven't managed to see this at all yet, Voice Quills, but it's actually a really nice mini that you got Ciaphas Cain and Jurgen as well.
And Jurgen, yeah, that's kind of the surprise. I heard Ciaphas Cain's in it. Well, that's awesome. Why is the Stinky Man here too?
I mean, it's like Blackadder and Baldrick, isn't it? So, I mean, it pretty much is Blackadder and Baldrick. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to say, now we got Jurgen, can we please get actual plastic Valhallans, Games Workshop?
That would be nice. Or just anything different for the guard. We need more variety.
Anything other than Cadian or Krieg. I wouldn't say no to new Catachans because they need a range refresh, so I'm fine with new Catachans. But anything other than Cadian and Kriegs, please. I'm begging you.
Wasn't there some, I say controversy, but it's more people just moaning on the internet where there's Krieg models, and then they were saying, oh yeah, so if you want to do the Steel Legion of Armageddon, here's the paint guide for the Krieg models. And everyone's like, no, please just give us actual Steel Legion models, please.
Yeah, there was, which is quite funny considering that the Death Corps originally were just a repaint of the Steel Legion anyway.
Yeah.
But then Games Workshop actually released some concept art for the Steel Legion, and it had a whole bunch of people turn around and say oh, they're panicking, and they're just we'll whip something up quickly, just to placate the fans or whatever. But then you look at it couldn't have been just whipped up because it's got copyright 2025 on it.
Yeah.
So it's been there for at least a year, or at least 6 months.
Probably something in the works.
Yeah. But yeah, back to this model quickly. I love how Jurgen's coat has got the wire going through it to keep the snow off it. That's a nice little touch.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really nice touch. There's something about Cain's face bothers me. Have you seen Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes?
I was just thinking it looked like Planet of the Apes. I was just thinking that.
Because it looks like General Shade.
Yeah, just they just look a little too simian. It's just a little is it the facial hair that's doing it?
It's the combination of mutton chops and the smile creases.
Yeah.
Though part of me is
compared to the art.
Yeah. Though part of me is hoping it's just the paint scheme, the highlighting, just making it not look so complimentary. If you look at the other the mini diorama version of it, it doesn't look as bad, so I think it could just be the paint scheme and or lighting.
Yeah, no, I see. It's a little softer on the diorama.
Yeah. But all in all, a nice little surprise. All we need now is Commissar Holt from Final Liberation to get a model, please. Because he is an absolute badass. Pardon, sorry?
I don't think I'm familiar with Final Liberation.
It's a very old epic 40k game that came out in 1998. It was recently released on Steam as part of this big celebration thing.
Oh, is this the one with the FMVs?
Yes.
Oh, okay, no, I have seen this then. Okay, I do know this.
Because he has one of the most badass lines in any bit of 40k fiction, where he just draws his las pistol, just points it at the governor's head and says, "Choose your next words with exceptional care." Best commissar, hands down. Better than Cain, better than Gaunt, better than Yarrick. Hot take. It's all about Team Holt.
I think because Yarrick came back too, didn't he? There was that whole conspiracy for years that he'd been killed. Like, that Angron had killed him, I think, was the running theory. That was
the main bit of fanning going through, because like loads of people were claiming it. Loads of people were claiming it, but it's like there was literally no evidence for it. Like, their main piece of evidence was like, oh, one of Angron's skulls has a bionic eye hanging from his belt. It's like, yes, and it's also twice as big as some of the other skulls, and it has service studs, so it's clearly a Space Marines.
Yeah. It did make there was some amazing fan art, though, where there was, like, the one of Ghazghkull and Angron facing down, and Angron's like, "You would die for one pathetic human," and Ghazghkull's like, "Somebody is."
Yep. There was some good stuff coming out of it. Even if it was wrong.
Yes.
but when have I ever been pedantic? Looking around shiftily. But yes, moving on to the main event of this episode, which is the Skulls reveals. A whole bunch of games. So we may as well start talking about them in the order that they're revealed in the article, Morecom. So let's start off with Chaos Gate Deathwatch, a sequel to the Demon Hunters game, which makes me think, hang on, didn't we have this game a few years ago with just the Deathwatch iOS game? Ayo. I'm being facetious, of course, but it's always nice to see some, something other than just Ultramarines or Grey Knights, or something a bit more. I don't want to say unique, because like Deathwatch are also used quite heavily in video games, but by the same token, you do seem to have a nice variety of enemies in this, because obviously you got the Orcs, you got the Nids, you've also got the Tau as well.
Yeah, because there's a fusion blaster and a drone in the image, so.
There's also a battlesuit in the trailer as well.
Oh. And plus, even like compared to like, because the last one with Grey Knights, it was basically you were just fighting like Mortarion, weren't you? You were fighting like the
just demons, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one, even just in terms of like who you're using, because like it was Grey Knights mainly. I can see in the Deathwatch they've got that's a Blood Angel, a Black Templar, and a Salamander. They're obviously all in Deathwatch, but
obviously, yeah.
So now I'm looking forward.
And you've also got a Dreadnought as well, belonging to someone.
Oh yeah, there is a Dreadnought. I missed it. How I could miss a Dreadnought, I don't know, but. No, I'm curious. I'm looking forward to it. I didn't play the last Chaos Gate, but I'll need to check it out. I know Case Explosion was a big fan of it. She's recommended it quite a bit.
Good to know. The next game on our list for Age of Sigmar is one called Deathmaster, in where you take control of a Skaven Clan Eshin assassin, and it's supposed to be like a 2D stealth action platformer, which could be interesting. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the trailer for this.
I've seen bits and pieces.
Like the animation for the trailer, like, it's just this constant repeating mantras, like, breakout, must kill, breakout, must kill, on all this, really twisted imagery of like melting rat skulls and stuff like that.
Oh, that is good.
It's pretty
I'm
mental.
down for it. And it's an 18+ too. All right. Maybe there's going to be some sauce in this one.
There might be. I mean, let's be honest, like, this would have been a perfect subject for like an Assassin's Creed type game, with like all that Metal Gear Solid, like all the stealth elements and assassinations.
Yeah,
that would have been Clan Eshin Assassin would have been perfect for this. I agree, but yeah, this could be interesting. All we have so far is like some alpha footage of like the player character beating another Skaven to death with a shield, just like repeatedly smashing his skull in over and over again.
That's so good. I think I saw someone saying it looks a bit like kind of like Mark of the Ninja, maybe?
I believe so, yes. I think someone said that somewhere.
I think it was Zane.
It might have been.
Zane Shecht, fellow Warhammer enjoyer.
It could very well have been, yeah. We've also got one of the games that's actually out already, Mechanicus 2, which is already out now, so if you want to play it, you can go play it now. I'll be honest though, I didn't really think much of the first Mechanicus game.
I tried it. And I think the most amount of time I played it was on my Steam Deck on a flight either to the States, from the States, or to the Canada or from Canada. It was one of those. And I gave it a try, and I didn't gel with it. I thought it was cool, but I think maybe because I was on a Steam Deck, it didn't quite click. But the music.
Just lose yourself to the music.
The Mechanicus soundtrack is so good. Oh my god. I know the soundtrack for Mechanicus 2 is already like dropped. You can go and like buy it already. I've not listened to it yet, but if it's the same composer, which I think it is, it's probably going to be incredible. And this time there's Necrons, like you can play as.
Oh, you can actually play as them now. Nice.
Yeah, it's two. There's two campaigns. You can play as Mechanicus, or you can play as the Necrons.
I think I've seen the soundtrack pop up on YouTube Music as well. It's the composer called like Giovanni or Giuliani, something or other.
Something like that, yeah.
It's a very Italian sounding name. That's all I remember. Maybe it's Giuseppe. I don't know. Who knows? But what we do know is that Dawn of War 4 is coming out on the 17th of September.
Almost my birthday. Almost.
That's your birthday, is it?
Almost. It's the 21st is my birthday, so it's just missing it, but...
So close. So close.
So close.
But yes, they've also revealed the year one roadmap as well. So as part of a free update, you'll get over the course of the year 4 different map packs, which include also a crusade mode, a mission editor, and 2 last stand modes, one for Guzcutter and one for Lord Amnok, who are Orc and Necron respectively. And in terms of DLC, we're also getting a Bloodraven story prologue, which could be interesting, and an Aftermath expansion, which contains not only just an additional campaign, but also a new faction. I reckon it's going to be Eldari.
I can see that, because what? Every other Dawn of War game, apart from 3, but we don't talk about 3. No, 3 has the Eldari. I'm dumb.
Yeah, it does
have it. Yeah. I don't know, my brain was like, it put a blank. I remember there's the Space Marines and Orcs, and it just blanked out on the Eldari being there.
Yeah, this is the only one so far that doesn't have them. So I apologize for not being able to talk today. I'm just... It's the heat and being ill. It's just not a very good combination. Like, damn you, Neve, why did you have to be away dealing with the kids?
Maybe it's me. Both times I've been on. She's not been here, so...
Well, hopefully she'll be here for the next episode, and for next time you're on the show as well, because you two still need to meet, so...
Yes, we do.
But also tying in for Dawn of War 4, we're also getting some more bloody U2s. And I will say it's like, I generally don't like U2s or Funko Pops or stuff like that, but I would have to say I do kind of like the Orc, though.
See, I'm not a big fan of the Orc one. It's cute, and I like the grot that's on the top.
It's the grot that's carrying with his big smile. He's like, yeah.
But it looks like he's made out of cardboard a bit.
That's part of the charm. It's a fake grot. It's like he's made out of cardboard, but he believes in him, so therefore he's real.
That's totally how the Orc, the hive mind works, right? They believe hard enough and things happen.
That's the simple version of it. Yes, it's a bit more complicated than that, but that's the general gist. Yes. But sticking with Dawn of War 4, there is also a tie-in supplement or tie-in expansion or DLC, whatever you want to call it, for Tacticus, the mobile game. So you can get some of the Dawn of War 4 characters in it, such as Captain Cyrus and I believe also Lionel Johnson, which should be cool.
Yeah, I'm still kind of reeling that Cyrus is a captain, because his whole thing was he's kind of like I forget his name, but he's a little like not as old, but he's like that ultramarine character that stayed a scout despite the fact that he's like hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Sergeant Tellian, I think it is.
Yeah, and like Cyrus is kind of like that, where like he could have, I think if I remember right from the Dawn of War 2. Like little character snippets you have when you're loading like the missions. It's like, yeah, he's been like offered promotion to be a full Space Marine several times, and he's turned it down every single time. So I'm kind of curious why he became a captain, but we'll have to see, I suppose.
So you're being offered a promotion. I don't want it, thanks. This is not a request.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, going back to Cronus, and I'm pretty he was on Cronus as well, if I remember right, and he was involved in Kaurava. So I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe Dawn of War 3 changed his mind. Maybe he's done being a scout commander.
Maybe, because I was going to say there lost a lot of people in Dawn of War 3, but I was thinking of Dawn of War 2 in that regard.
Yeah, the Kaurava campaign was like a huge disaster.
And then Diomedes felt so bad about it, he became a chaplain. Because he did. He became a chaplain in Dawn of War 3.
Dawn of War 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it gave us some of the best music for orcs ever, so I'll take that one. The orc theme from 3 is a banger.
I was going to make a joke saying Diomedes nuts or something, but anyway. But speaking of Lionel Johnson and the Dark Angels, if you want, you can treat yourself to a Dark Angels gaming chair.
It does look kind of good. I can't deny. I'm not a Dark Angels fan, but it looks pretty good.
It even has purity seals on it.
It does! Oh my god. That's kind of cool. I can't deny. That's kind of cool.
And at the bottom of it says, "For the lion, right where your ass is." Rest in peace, Ian Watson.
God.
I know a few people who probably would get that. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, the Secret Lab chairs are pretty good. I have one and it's pretty good. So
I've never used any proper dedicated gaming chairs. I mean, I just have a simple office swivel chair.
You are making a much smarter decision. Gaming chairs are I think they basically started as being racing car bucket seats that were
Oh God.
That's basically what they were and are. They're not actually all that comfy, and they're not that good for you. So getting a decent office chair is a much better investment if you're going to be sat at your desk for a long time.
Hang on, the gaming chairs, people spend hours and hours on that time and spend thousands of quid on them, don't they?
Mm-hmm. And they're not even
Why?
They're not good for you because they're gaming chairs and they look cool and they've got all this extra stuff on them, and I don't know, it makes you better at video games maybe.
Sorry, there's only one type of gaming chair I would want, because I actually did find something a while back, and it's probably fractionally cheaper than some of these gaming chairs as well. I'll just post it on screen now. But if I was to get a gaming chair, I would want something like this.
Yes! No, that would be so cool.
Especially if you could actually have it swivel and move up and down. So you can play classic Afterburner. Yeah.
Oh, God. Play some
That'd be
Ace
so cool.
Combat and get thrown out your damn seat.
Speaking of getting thrown out your damn seats, Helldivers 2 crossover.
I am very curious where this is going to go. My bet is Kasserkins and that kind of thing. It's going to be you're probably going to get a las gun. You're probably going to get maybe a las cannon support weapon, maybe. Maybe a Melta?
I'll be honest, I know nothing about Helldivers. I've never played it. So it's all Greek to me.
Okay, so to boil it down, it is a 4-person co-op PvE game where you land in a drop pod and then you go and blow up factories or blow up bug nests, because they've got the Terminids, which are kind of they're like the bugs from Starship Troopers.
The Iraqis.
And then there's the bots, yeah. And then there's the bots are a machine thing. They did a crossover with Halo a while back where they gave you full ODST armor, because there's different armor you can wear that looks different and also gives you different passives and bonuses and stuff.
Okay.
And they put in the full Halo gun. So there's the Halo assault rifle and it has a working ammo counter on it. There's the silenced SMG from ODST. There's all that kind of stuff thrown in. So they do go all out for the crossovers. I think there's one for Killzone as well, where there's the Hellgast armor and the rifles and stuff from Killzone. There's been a couple of crossovers. So I'm thinking, given it'll probably be it won't be Space Marine stuff, guaranteed. It'll probably be guardsman equipment is my bet. So it'll be las guns, maybe a Melta or a plasma rifle, a las cannon maybe. Maybe a heavy bolter or something on a pintle. I don't know. I'm very curious.
Oh God. When you mentioned Space Marines, you just reminded me back when there was that 40k crossover with Call of Duty.
Oh my God, yes.
and like it looks so bad.
It looks really bad. Like, okay, the guardsman looks fine. The sister
guardsman
looks
yes.
fine. I can't take the Ultramarine seriously. It's like an Ultramarine scout, but like they've liposuctioned everything out. Like, it's just there's nothing there. It looks so bad.
With 90s tood.
Yeah. God.
Brother radical dude.
It just looks so bad.
But speaking of totally radical, Darktide has revealed a new player class in the Skitari.
Yes! I'm so excited.
I've still yet to play Darktide as well.
It's very fun. My main complaint is, dear God, that game is massive. It's like 90 gig.
Oh God.
But it is a 40k version of Vermintide. But like it's oh my, I'm very excited for this because I've wanted them to add a Mechanicus class in for a while. It looks so good. Oh my, there's always new music as well, and they add new stuff. And Jesper Kid's music is insane. I love it. It's fantastic. There's one of the tracks is called The Gauntlet, and I love it. It's fantastic. It also was legitimately made using a broken printer. Like, nice. It's so good. It's a very 40k soundtrack where there's a lot of like broken mechanical stuff in there with like choir and pipe organs. It's amazing, and this looks great. There's always like a bunch of new weapons added, like, and they look, because I can see, I'm not too familiar with this the Mechanicus like stuff on tabletop, but I know like their weapons are like very different in terms of like
rad
vibe.
rifles and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I'm very curious how they're going to play in-game. There's a lot of weapons that cross over, like you have the same access to the same basic, like, swords and hatchets and, like, auto guns and stuff, but, like, I'm very curious how the specific weapons are going to play, because they look really fun. They look really cool.
Yeah. We also got a brand new update for Space Marine 2, which came out the other day as well, which adds a brand new mode called Purgation. And also it adds a brand new weapon, the Rapid-Fire Bolt Carbine for the Assault and Bulwark classes. So, it's nice to see that this is constantly getting updated still with, like, new stuff.
Yeah.
It's a shame that, like, there's no actual proper dedicated story expansion yet. Like, I would love, like, a full-on dedicated, like, story expansion when you're playing as Titus again, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that would be sick.
Have like a DLC like expansion where like, oh, by the way, Nemirov's back. Hi.
Oh God.
I'm a full Demon Prince now. That'd be cool in my opinion.
It would be. Yeah, no, I'd be down for it. Because like I think they're already working on the third game, I think might be the thing, where rather than do a DLC for the story, they're going straight into production on the third game and continuing Titus' story there. Which I'm very curious about, because we kind of got through a patch a confirmation that maybe Titus can hear the Emperor directly?
Who knows? I'm just annoyed that Agamon and Charon are not going to be in it, because they both got killed off screen.
Yeah! It's bullshit. It's awful. Like, what? Why? Why?
Like, I understand, like, you want to kill off a character, fine, but, like, why did you kill off the character who had, like, you know, actually had a character arc in the game?
Yeah. Why
didn't he kill the other guy who did fucking nothing apart from argue with you?
Oh my God. Like, save the character killing for, like, do it in a DLC or do it in the next game. Like, something.
Even if it's only in the intro or something.
Yeah.
Like, third game, Nemirov's back, and like in the intro, he kills Kara and Agamon, like, just to show how much of a threat he is. Like, I just killed these two guys from the last game. Haha, fuck you.
Oh, God. Games Workshop, why?
Why indeed? For Total War Warhammer 3, the furries are back, the Tiger Warriors.
She does look really cool. Those, like, Katars are really cool.
Katars are such an underrated weapon in general.
Especially when they're, like, that long as well, because she's what? She's probably, like, a 7-foot-tall tiger woman. And those are, like, as long as her, like, what, like, from about mid-thigh down below. So those things are, like, just swords on the end of her arm. Like, that's sick.
It is pretty damn cool. That's also out as well. The DLC for, Bathsheba's her name.
Yes.
The White Tiger of Shanyang. I hope I pronounced that right.
I think that was pretty much spot on.
Fair enough.
I do love what Creative Assembly have done with oh my god, the name has escaped me entirely, and I feel bad because I play Warhammer 3, but like the entire faction that she's a part of, the name has escaped me. Cathay, that's it. Thank you. The fact that they took like the tiniest little lore snippets and made it into this full faction to the point where it's now part of the tabletop and there's full models is so cool.
I'm a little confused because I've seen loads of videos like in my recommended on YouTube featuring this character and saying it's about Ind rather than Cathay. I was like, so which of it? Because this article's saying it's Cathay, but I've got a whole bunch of YouTube videos saying it's Ind. So I'm like, okay, I'm confused.
Maybe in lore she's from Ind, but because it does say she's a mercenary, so maybe she's under the employ of Cathay come Warhammer 3, but she's from Ind, maybe?
Maybe, but it also says the proud and savage tiger warriors of Cathay.
Huh. I don't know then.
I don't know.
Unless there's...
If you know, let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah. Maybe there's Tiger Warriors from both Ind and Cathay, but she's from Ind, but now she's leading the Tiger Warriors from Cathay. Maybe? I don't know.
Who knows? For Total War 40k, we will actually be going to Armageddon for this.
Yes!
Because there was a little teaser with Commissar Yarrick, and it's like, war, situation, total. It's like, haha, see what you did there. There was also a new trailer for Warhammer Survivors, which is the little Vampire Survivors reskin, because it is. Let's be honest.
Yes. I think it's made by the Vampire Survivors devs as well.
It is, yeah. And there was also another trailer for Bolt Gun 2, because an actual playable demo is available for it as well. And I have to say, it looks so fucking fun.
It does.
It really does. Like, I'm actually really excited to play as the Battle Sister because she just looks like so fun to play with. How agile she is, like you're sliding around, stabbing people with a sword, and then just grabbing the flamethrower and just burning everything. It's like, it's gonna be so cool.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited.
As you got Malum Cardo if you want to do rip and tear, then you got Naira Vera if you want to just scourge and purge. Essentially, you got rip and tear and scourge and purge. There you go. There's your two.
Do you want to play as the Doom guy or do you want to play as V1 from Ultra Kill?
Ooh, that's a deep cut. That is a deep cut. There's also going to be a mobile port of Bolt Gun as well called Bolt Gun Boom.
Incredible.
I mean, Bolt Gun's a fun game, so the more people who can play it, the better.
Yeah.
It's a great game. It's actually, honestly, my favourite 40k game in recent years. Even more so than Space Marine 2. Bolt Gun.
I still need to go finish it. I don't know what it is, but those kind of games, like, Ultra Kill does this to me too, where I go in and I get so stressed playing it, I have to stop. I don't know what it is. I feel like a deer being hunted when I'm trying to, fight for my life in the arena. I don't know what it is. I can't handle it.
Just have some heavy metal playing in the background, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just get, a Mick Gordon CD, That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
If you want something a little less intense, there's a new bit of DLC coming out for Rogue Trader called The Infinite Museum, which is featuring Tracing the Infinite, which is always fun.
I cannot wait. I love him. I love Trazen so much. He's one of my favorite characters in all of 40k. I'm really curious. I want to hear who voices him. I want to hear what they do. I want to hear what decisions they've made because I'm very curious.
There is a trailer, if you're interested.
Oh, I need to watch. Oh, I'm going to give that a listen right now. Please speak.
It's in the article, yeah. We've also got some... we also had a beta gameplay trailer for Dark Heresy, which is the next game after Rogue Trader. So if you want some more similar RPG goodness, you can always get that as well. One thing I didn't notice as well in regards to Rogue Trader and the Voidfarer edition, like the special edition, that's available on the PlayStation Store down from 80 quid it's down from 80 quid to 32.
Ooh.
Which is a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
All things considered. Speed Freaks is also coming out on console as well. And that's a fun game because I played the PC version in beta and that was so fun. Just chaotic, wild fun.
I need to give it a spin. It looks good. Oh, there's so many good Warhammer games now. There's too many things to play.
The 40k Rust pack also is now available on console. I don't know much about Rust. Don't know if you do.
I know it's a survival, like a base building game where like you go out and get resources and you build stuff at your base and you raid other people's bases on servers and stuff, kind of like Ark, but without the dinosaurs. So seeing this is, I didn't even know this was a thing. That's crazy. What do you mean? You can dress up as a Kriegsman in Rust? What are you talking about?
If you can alter the color scheme, just paint it like, yellow and tan, and then you go to Steel Legion. Callback. There's also new Ultramarine DLC for Battle Sector.
I'm
Yay.
sorry. A game that the Ultramarines aren't in baseline? Wow.
I think baseline it was the Blood Angels, in fairness.
Honestly, based.
There's also more DLC for Gladius, which just makes me think Gladius is still around?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's yeah. I might have been a little cheeky the other day because not to suddenly glaze myself, but a game came out called Down with the Ship, and the publishers of that are the devs, if I remember correctly, of Gladius.
Okay.
If I have a look here, it'd be great if I could double check this, but it's being annoying. Steam, please load, please. Yes, so they published the game that I'm in, but they are the developers of Gladius. And I may have cheekily asked afterwards when they're like, hey, you got any Gladius work going around? And they're like, we'll see. So
fingers crossed then, in which case.
Yeah, so yeah, no, it's still going, it's still trucking.
And in regards to the quick fire round of snippets, Warhammer combat cards, where you can actually download a game and get Yarrick and Waztek Gutsamek with the code SKULLS26 to get some in-game goodies if you download it. Talisman Digital 5th Edition's coming out, as is the update 5.0 to Warhammer Chaos and Conquest. I've never even heard of that, to be honest. You can get 20% off bookings for 40k Space Marine Defenders of Avarax. Never heard of that either. Oh wait, was that the VR one?
I don't know. Let me take a look if I search for this. Yes! Space Marine 2 VR, basically.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
Weta Workshop are doing a statue for both a Dark Angel veteran and a Blood Angel intercessor.
Ooh.
And you can also get some goodies with Xbox free play days and a chance to win a whole bunch of stuff if you log into your My Warhammer account anytime from now between now and the 28th of May. So when is this episode coming out? It might be closed by the time this episode comes out, so never bloody mind.
I may have cheekily made an account just to log in and get my chance.
I mean, that's what most people probably do, so I don't blame you. Yeah. And that's pretty much it on the news side of things, to be honest. It's mainly faction focus these last few weeks in preparation for 11th edition, which I don't necessarily blame Games Workshop for doing. It just makes things a bit thin on the ground, shall we say. There was an article regarding the history of the land speeder. Yay. In all seriousness, it's nice to see some of the old models. And I still maintain, and now I've actually got a proper high-def version of the image to use, which I'll put on the screen. I still maintain the 2nd edition land speeder is the best-looking one. I'm sorry, that's my personal opinion. You can't change it.
It still just blows my mind that it's called the land speeder, and it's not because it speeds over the land. It's because it was the STC was found by Archon Land.
Same with the Land Raider. It's Land Raider.
Yep. Oh my god.
Oh dear. Right. So, have you been reading any 40k books as of late, out of curiosity?
I have been. I've been on a bit of a spree lately because I've been traveling a lot. So I finally finished the Ahriman trilogy, which I'd been reading for a while, which I really enjoyed. I think so far I would put it just a bit below the Night Lords trilogy. I really enjoyed it. The description of like how Ahriman kind of taps into the warp, the way his own mind works, all the character interactions he has is fantastic. Because when you read the book, of course, he's the protagonist. You sympathize with him and you agree with his reasoning, and you see him as a 3-dimensional character that has like all this guilt and has all these self-aware issues. Like he knows that he's done wrong and he's trying to fix that. And then in between the 3 books. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Cetaceus, I would say. One of the characters that joins along with him, who's good at binding demons. Just this guy is a total. I'm not sure how much I can say in negative words here, but he's a very bad person, and I don't like him very much. It's like the
you
entire
can swear
thing.
as much as you want. It's all good.
Okay, yeah. No, it's like Armin's a bastard. I hate this guy. Like, it's so good. I love the ending. For me, felt a little. It didn't so much fizzle out. It's like it was building to this big conclusion, and then it kind of didn't quite hit
anticlimactic.
Yeah, it didn't quite hit the big thing I was hoping for. It was still good, and it still all made sense. There was no like, wait, that makes no sense. Why is this happening? It all made sense, and it was all great. Would very much recommend it.
You just reminded me of that one joke from the young ones. Like, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Must get that clock fixed.
almost like that. It was not as bad as that, though. It's still very good. I still recommend it if you like Armin or are interested in anything to do with like warp magic shenanigans, because the way it's described and the way they do all the ritual stuff is very, very cool. I then also read Horus Rising,
yes.
which I really enjoyed. I am a sucker for, I don't know what it is, but characters that are like just steeped in war. All they know is fighting and killing, and then they're philosophical about it. I eat that shit up so much. It's why I love Ulysses and Joshua Graham from Fallout New Vegas. Like, I just love that so much. And having that be the entire book, basically. There's lots of fighting and combat in it, of course. There's the whole section with the Megarachnids. And seeing Eidolon get knocked down a peg is great. But the whole camaraderie that surrounds the Mournival and Horus and everything, it's really good. I also grabbed the second one, False Gods, but I've not started it yet because now I've started the Twice Dead King omnibus.
Oh, that's a good one.
And
yeah.
I'm loving it so far. I'm only
really
a couple chapters in. I'm still relatively sort of near the beginning. But it's, oh my, I even I've not posted it anywhere because I think it's a little long and people probably wouldn't be bothered, but there's a conversation that happens between oh my god, the name escapes me. There's Admiral Yunek, there's the main character whose name is the one I'm forgetting, and Mentep aboard Yunek's ship. I think like 70 pages in, if I'm remembering right. I remember the page. It's page 73 to 74. I can remember that, but I can't remember the main character's name. Begins with an O. But like there's Oltex. Yes. So, and it's a surprisingly emotional conversation that's very charged. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who wants to go and read it. But I went and dubbed it on my own, messed around and repurposed some effects. I was like, this is good, but I'm not going to post it anywhere because I don't think anyone, like, it's not worthy of a post just yet. I'd probably need to refine it a bit, but it got me. I loved it so much. I need to finish reading it. It's so good. It's so good.
It's really good. Because I'm personally not that big a fan of Necron stories, but I really enjoyed those 2 books.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed them.
I want to sing. It's like that and The Infinite and Divine are like... The Infinite Divine is just an amazing book. Even if you're not a 40k fan, The Infinite and the Divine is an incredible read. Like, I love that book to pieces. It's probably my favorite of all the 40k books I've read, and I have a feeling that's why I said King was going to be up there too.
I personally am not ready yet still.
You've not read The Infinite and the Divine?
No. A couple of reasons. One, because when me and Neve talk about books we're going to read, we basically go like, okay, I'm going to read this, okay, so I'm going to read this instead. And she wanted to read Infinite Divine, so okay, you can read that then.
Right.
The other reason why I haven't read it yet is because, A, so many people keep going on about how good it is, which is just setting up unreasonably high expectations.
Fair.
And from my own personal experience with one of the author's other books, For Acadia, which irritated me because there was so much wrong, it's like, I don't know if I actually want to read it or not, because it might just piss me off like this one did. I mean, like, it's the fall of Cadia, the 13th Black Crusade, which have a bunch of Space Marine lieutenants at a time when the lieutenant rank wasn't even in service in the Adeptus Astartes. Or a Black Templar lieutenant, despite the fact that Black Templars do not even use that rank, period.
Oh, no, okay.
Or the Space Wolf who was supposedly around during the Horus Heresy. It's like, no. Oh, and Abaddon's daughter as well. And there's also that.
What?
Yeah. Adopted daughter, but still, even so, it's like...
What?
It's like, Oh,
If
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was well written and it was entertaining enough, but as someone who focuses on the lore side of things, as like, my job, it's like, oh, this is really annoying me. Like the pedantry.
I could believe early Horus Heresy Abaddon maybe having some kind of adopted daughter. Maybe. The 13th Black Crusade Abaddon? What? Why? What?
Yeah.
As I
said.
Sorry, go on.
No, you go on now.
I was gonna completely change books, but so if you've got more to say about this Fall of Cadia, then please go ahead.
I was gonna say, like I said, it's entertaining enough. Like if you're not like that well versed in 40k lore, you will enjoy it because it is a well written book overall. But there are the amount of stuff that it did get wrong from like the fluff side of things. It did annoy me. But again, I'm the kind of person who gets annoyed over little details. Like that's wrong, because that's because I'm currently having to watch through the Ultramarines movie over and over and over again, because I made the frankly stupid claim on social media saying if I get to 200,000 subscribers, I'll make a video covering every inaccuracy of the Ultramarines movie, and I'm like, what have I got myself into?
What have you done?
What have I done indeed? Don't get me wrong. Thank you everyone for subscribing. Much appreciated. Love you. But God, like I know you want to see me in pain, and don't worry, you will see me in a lot of pain, even more pain than usual. As the joys of being chronically ill will let you know that life is pain. It's like the old. I don't know if you're familiar with the Jam comic from Transformers. Like, why my shoulders hurt? My life is pain.
All I think of is the Germa bit.
I eat your babies, that kind of thing.
My life is pain. I hate. Yeah, God, I remember watching the Ultramarines movie when I was sick off school, like when I was 13 or 14, and even then I was like, this is really cool. There was some kernel in my brain. I was like, this is utter ass. What is going on?
I will say this: the movie's sole redeeming feature is its voice cast.
Oh yeah,
and the soundtrack.
Yes.
The soundtrack is good, and the voice cast is top tier.
It's phenomenal.
It does explain where the $10 million budget went. When it has visuals that are, I'd argue, worse than those of the Starship Troopers cartoon. Now, bear in mind, Roughnecks, the Starship Troopers cartoon, that came out in the 90s.
It's not that bad.
No, that's the point. It's not that bad. It's worse. Because I'm going to show you like a screenshot from the Starship Troopers cartoon, if I can find a decent one.
I'm remembering what Ultramarines looks like, and I remember it looking very bland, very beige, and not the greatest in 3D quality, but decent enough.
It was basically like a walking simulator. Because most of the film was just walking.
God. And the Chaos Marines in it are like made of Play-Doh. There's no detail on them whatsoever.
Okay, I think I found one. I'm trying to find an image that's in like high definition, but it's hard to because again, this is from like the 90s with like no Blu-ray release, anything. It had a DVD release back in the day, but like again, this was the 90s. And I'd argue the faces actually look better on this, because at least you can tell everyone a fucking part.
You might have a point, actually, now that I'm seeing that. Yeah, you've got a point.
The only character you can look at and say, right, I know who that is Pythor, only because he's old. Everyone else, I can't tell them apart.
Yeah, no, you're right. Oh, God.
But to give you an idea of how the script is looking for that video anyway, I'm about 3 pages in, and that's after just 2 watches. I'll have to go through again to find more. But I have found a lot so far.
Oh no.
And yes, I will point out, yes, I know the prequel comic explains why they went straight from scouts to the tactical squads, but it doesn't mean shit because A, it's not addressed in the movie itself, and B, it's directly contradicted by the fucking epilogue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which basically means, because I feel like The only reason they did that prequel comic is because someone pointed out, hang on, why has this happened then? Oh shit, let's write something out quickly. There you go. It's like, who wrote it? Dan Abner? Dan, no! I expect better of you, Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, no. Then again, he probably didn't care. He's like, that's a paycheck today, fuck everything. I want to go back to writing Beckwin. Which I can't blame him for, because Beckwin's good, from what I hear. I do have a feeling like, judging from a lot of Dan Abnett's books, I feel like he doesn't really give two shits about Space Marines as a whole. Like he very much prefers writing Inquisition and Guard. From what I've
that
noticed.
tracks. He did a good job with Titanicus. Titanicus is really good.
Oh yeah, I've heard great things about Titanicus. Yeah, but like when you compare things like, say, Eisenhorn, Ravner, Gaunt's Ghosts, all of them exceptional quality, and then you got like Brothers of the Snake, which is like, it's okay.
I mean, didn't he write Horus Rising, or am I crazy?
He did, but again, that's probably more because he was focusing more on the Primarch side of things as well. I imagine, it was it was back in the distant past, so you can actually had a chance to expand on the mythology a bit.
Yeah.
Because Horus Rising was more, even though it had moments of bold porn in it, it was still very much a character development and setup story.
Yeah. And
which Dan Abnett does actually excel in. Like he's great at like setting plot lines up. He's great at that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the best at following up on them, but he is great at setting up plot threads. I was going to be mean and call him the Vince Russo 40k, but that's a bit mean.
Oh my god.
No, because like in defense of Vince Russo, he was great at starting storylines. He was fantastic at starting storylines. The only problem was he didn't know when to fucking end them or how they were going to end. He just winged it, which is the problem. If he had someone who could actually, had a proper structure to his stories, most of them would have been great. I mean, I'll go down in history and say, like, the Deadly Game Tournament, best Survivor Series event ever, and it's his magnum opus, the Deadly Game Tournament. That was great. This is probably going to make no sense to anyone who has no understanding of wrestling, by the way.
I have none.
You have none, okay. Just trust me when I say the Deadly Game Tournament was fantastic. It's his magnum opus.
It was fantastic. I agree with you 100%.
Thank you. Yeah, aside from Horus Rising, I forgot to mention in regards to Ciaphas Cain earlier, speaking of books. We are getting a reissue of For the Emperor, an illustrated and annotated version.
Oh, okay.
And they do actually show some of the artwork on Warhammer Community as well, which looks pretty nice.
That is sick. Oh my god. That's fantastic art.
So if you're a big fan of Ciaphas Cain, might be worth picking up.
Mm-hmm.
It made sense eventually. We came around. Yay.
Yeah. We've looped it all back in.
We looped it all in. That's the main thing. So what else have you been reading out of curiosity?
That's kind of been the main ones. So read through all of Horus Rising, started Twice Dead King, finished Ahriman. So I do have False Gods. So once I finish Twice Dead King Omnibus, which given how much I'm going to be traveling this year for various things, I probably will finish ravenously. So I've got False Gods lined up. After that, I will probably just continue down the Horus Heresy line of books. I'm not sure where else, because I've been looking for the Twice Dead King for ages, and then I popped into my local Games Workshop before... Where was I going? Oh, I was going over to the Netherlands. And I was like, I need a book. And they're like, I saw it there, and I'm like, oh my god, I've been looking for this thing for months.
Hey.
So...
If I can recommend an omnibus for you next time, the Vaults of Terror omnibus.
Ooh. What's the lowdown on this one?
So it focuses on a pair of an Inquisitor and his interrogator on Terra, and they're unraveling a conspiracy regarding some of the High Lords. Because it turns out this all ties into the whole plot line regarding the Black Throne, which the Drukhari are making.
Oh, yes.
Because the High Lords basically turn around and say, like, hey, the Golden Throne is failing, we need someone to fix it. Let's ask the Drukhari to fix it.
And that can't go wrong.
It goes horribly, horribly wrong. spoilers, but I don't think you need spoilers for that.
Yeah. I think anything going wrong involving a deal with the Drakari, I think that's a given.
But it is a really good series of books. I mean, I'll admit the last book, Dark City, it's the weakest of the three, but it's not a bad book. But it is, out of the three, it is the weakest. But that just goes to show how strong the other two are. The other two are just that good. It does end, no spoilers, but it does end on a bit of a bitter note. But then it's kind of 40k. It kind of has to end on a bitter note, really. Let's be honest. But it is really good, and I do highly recommend it.
All right.
And I think this is the first time where I've gone through recommending a book to someone where I didn't recommend the book with the clown servitor.
The what?
The clown servitor.
The clown servitor?
The clown servitor. I'll tell you about it after the show, because everyone listening is probably sick to death of me talking about that. Because I talk about that book a lot, because it is really good. But so I say, yes, there is a book with a clown servitor in it.
I'm just imagining
his name is Gamble.
Parties. Gamble? Oh.
He's like, Gamble's sad.
Oh, no.
Yes, he talks.
No.
And no, it gets better. It's a clown servitor, but he's not like, a children's entertainer clown. He's a children's toy. He's like a Weeble Wobble, because his legs have been sawed off. So he's like, he's got nothing but like a stump for his lower body. So he just walks around on his hands.
That's horrifying. Oh my god.
He's a Weeble Wobble, but a servitor clown.
That's horrific. I love it.
It's a great book, that. The book itself is also batshit insane, but again, I'll tell you more about that after we go off the air.
Yeah.
As for me, I'm currently working my way through The Remnant Blade, which I'm fucking loving so far, because I'm as many of you know, I'm a big Night Lords fan, and this is probably my favourite Night Lords book in a long time. Considering, the last Night Lord book I read before this was the fucking Conrad Kurz novel, and that was dog shit.
Oh no.
The Night Lords trilogy, really good books, really good. Not as good as Lord of the Night, in my opinion. That's my favourite Black Library book of all time, Lord of the Night. But so far, I would rank Remnant Blade above the Night Lords trilogy so far. Bear in mind I'm saying so far, because I'm about halfway through, so there is a chance it could fall off a cliff.
Yeah, there's a chance it might go dog shit, but we'll have to see.
But if it keeps up this current pace, it's definitely going to be number 2.
All right. I'll need to keep that one in mind then.
It also features the Sons of Malice, very briefly. The Chaos Warband that worships the god Malice.
I do not know about them.
Yes. There's a lot of little neat Easter eggs in this, I feel, as well. Oh, there's one scene I will talk about briefly. Mild spoiler alert, because this book's been out a while now, but there's a scene where, the Night Lords and the Crimson Slaughter, not the Crimson Slaughter, Night Lords and the Abyssal Kindred, another Trail Legion warband, they're assaulting an Imperial ship that's got a contingent of Battle Sisters on it, and they're storming their way through the corridor, and they're reaching a cargo elevator. The cargo elevator is rising up, the doors open, out pops an immolator in the narrow corridors of the ship. And the trailers are like, I'm in danger.
Just
it's like the barrels, surprise, motherfuckers!
Barrels squeezed through the door.
Pretty much, yeah. And everyone's like, they brought up a tank? I mean, if you're going to be fighting in narrow corridors, a twin-linked heavy flamer is probably the best weapon you could have.
Yeah.
But I just burst out laughing because I was like, oh, that's fucking brilliant. Because it's so fucking absurd.
It's like opening an elevator and there's just a horse there, but with a tank.
It's pretty much, I don't know if you've played Mass Effect Andromeda.
I've not.
For one of the characters' loyalty missions, you're on an alien ship. It's like, okay, this way, open the door. And immediately upon opening the door, there's a turret that's aiming at them. It's like, not this way, close door. It's pretty much that. It's a shame that character was a bit crap, though. Sorry, Liam. You're no one's choice, Liam.
Oh.
We all know if you're playing Mass Effect Andromeda, your squad mates are going to be either Vetra, Drac, or Jar. No one, you're not picking anyone else, because the other ones are crap. Maybe PB in a pinch, but only because she's only a sorry crewmate you can have. But like, yeah, everyone picks Veteran, Drac, and Jarl because they're actually the good characters.
It's like in the original, I think every playthrough I've ever done of the original Mass Effect trilogy, I've always had Garrus with me. Regardless of anyone else, I will always have Garrus.
Yeah, I think everyone always picked Garrus as well, because like Garrus is he's a total bro.
He is.
He's a
I
bro.
love that nerd.
He's like, I know with in Mass Effect 1, I would always have Garrus and Rex.
Yes, that's the OG combo.
But since I'm gonna have Rex in 2, I settle for Grunt.
Who did I use in 2, actually? I think I did the same. I think I had Rex and Garrus. Not Rex and Garrus, Grunt and Garrus.
Hmm.
And then third one, it was Garrus, and I don't even remember. I just remember Garrus.
For me, the third one, it was Garrus and Javik.
Oh, yeah. Javik's a good
Prothean,
one.
yeah.
It's a shame he's DLC.
Not in the Legendary Edition.
Yeah, not in the Legendary Edition, but when he came out originally, he was DLC.
He was, yeah, because EA is a bunch of scummy bastards.
Ugh.
Let's cut out an integral part of the game and say it as day one DLC. Fuck you, EA.
Yeah. Ugh.
There's a reason you want shittest company in like 3 years running or something. Was it 2 years or 3 years? I think it was 3 years.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows indeed. Right. I believe it's now time to move on to the questions. So if you could be a dear and bring them up for us.
Let's see, I saw a couple of questions. Are we going to go through all of them?
If we've got time, which we should do, yep.
Let's see. So, first question. Have the Blood Angels lost so much of their unique model aesthetic as to become akin to Ultramarines, i.e. all the chapter character is in the characters, but model-wise they're indistinguishable from any other Codex-compliant chapter?
I don't think more so than pretty much any other chapter, because like you can still buy like, Blood Angel upgrade sprues and stuff like that. I think with like, because I know this is probably going to be in regards to the Armageddon box set, because like obviously like it's Blood Angels on the box, but like generic Space Marines, so you can pay them however you want. But that's kind of like the thing with like pretty much any starter box set. So you kind of have to have that flexibility. So I don't necessarily feel they've lost their aesthetic. I know it's more pronounced in Horus Heresy, but in Horus Heresy it kind of has to be. Because, it's Space Marines versus Space Marines for the most part, so you kind of have to have a greater emphasis on the individual aesthetic for all the legions. Because otherwise you can make the argument with pretty much any Space Marine chapter and even pretty much any Chaos Space Marine Legion as well. Or Warband, rather. Because, unless you're going for, the proper dedicated models like Plague Marines or Rubricae or Death Company or Wolf Guard, unless you're going for them, you're going to be using pretty much the same base Marines for your tactical squads and your assault squads, that kind of thing, aren't you? For the most part. So I don't really think it's them necessarily losing their aesthetic. I think it's more a case of them it is there, but it's just not being emphasized. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, that question was from Elsie Ulrich. I forgot to say the name beforehand.
That's right.
Next one is from, oh god, how do I say this? Yada Kakadu. Have there been any instances where characters from any Warhammer IP have crossed over to another non-Games Workshop IP? There was the COD skins we brought up, but those were just skins. Those weren't character crossovers.
I vaguely... Oh god, what was it called? Is it Game Oververse or something?
There was Gameaverse, yeah.
Gameaverse, is it? Yeah. Because
the animation from Glitch.
Yeah, because there was I remember seeing a screenshot where it had a Space Marine in it, like a 40k Space Marine.
Huh. I have yet to watch the pilot, so I don't know. Let me take a look. Gameaverse.
I've not watched it either, to be honest. I just remember seeing something very vague about it. Is it called Gameaverse or Game Oververse?
I think it's Game Oververse, I think. Okay, yeah, no, there is, that is very much, okay, if this is from the show, that is very much in a little game, that is a Space Marine. It's stylized, but that is a Space Marine. That is a bolt pistol. That is everything.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a screenshot for me to actually put. Oh yeah, I found a good screenshot. No, wrong tab. Bugger. That's from the show, isn't it?
Yes, that's exactly what I was looking at. Yeah, there must have been some kind of approval from Games Workshop, because otherwise Glitch is getting nuked.
I mean, you could always argue it's yeah, but falls under parody, therefore fuck you.
Yeah, Yeah, but haven't they hit people before with that? Like, there's a very strict things that Games Workshop have for what they consider parodying allowed.
Maybe, but I think something like this, I think it's much more obvious and overt. Like, it's blatantly obvious it's a parody kind of thing. So...
Yeah, maybe.
I'm no legal expert, though,
yeah.
so...
Yeah, and I think that's probably a generic Space Marine rather than like a character that's like crossed over. Because otherwise, I don't think there has been anything I can think of.
No. Well, unless you want to count that one time where in one of the Venom comics where the artist just straight up drew the Tau in them.
I need to look that one up too.
I think I have a picture of it somewhere. Let me see if I can find. Because it was.
Oh my god, I see it. Yeah, there's like those are battle suits and like devilfish. What?
Yeah, I'll show the picture on screen as well. Yep.
What? Those are like 3D renders too. Like, that is nuts.
Yeah. I was going to say like how Marvel didn't get sued, but then again, Marvel did do that collab with Games Workshop a few years later, didn't they? So.
Yeah.
Maybe that was part of the settlement. Who knows?
Maybe.
Next question.
From JBat8235, do you think the Dawnblade could be the 100th sword Vol Forge as part of the deal with Cain? Most because we know from Eldar 5th, they believe, edition codex, that there's a name for the blade, that being Anaris, translated into Dawnlight. Is this too tenuous a connection?
I don't think it's too tenuous a connection, considering that when I did my video on the Dawnblade very many years ago, the one that Oculus narrated as a guest, we do actually bring that up, I believe. Let me just double check. So I've got my script right here, if I can find it. Yes, I do actually bring that up, that whole Dawnlight connection. The problem is, though, in the 8th edition codex, Anaris was retrieved by, forgive me for mispronouncing a Celtic word, Fualhu, the consort of the Great Hawk. Since you're Scottish, you might be able to pronounce it better than I am. I don't know.
I have no idea. The only one I know how to say properly, and even then I'm probably butchering this one, is Kochi instead of Kate Sith, because that boils my blood. That one specifically.
Oh, was it Kochi? I thought it was pronounced Kusith.
I think from what I've looked up, there was multiple different versions, but from what I looked up and heard, it's meant to be more like Kochi, but okay. I could be wrong. All I know is it's not Kate Sith. As long as you're not saying Kate Sith, you're fine.
Yeah.
And the reason for that was because Final Fantasy VII got its remake, and then they were like, "Yes, we told all the English VAs to just say Kate Sith. We know it's wrong, but that's how we're gonna do it." But if you listen to the Japanese, they basically say Kochi, but like Japanese. They just pronounce it Kochi. So they basically get it right off the jump, so...
I've seen one pronunciation of it as Ketshi.
That might be it. I think it maybe depends on where, like, what specific part of the country it's coming from. So there's Gaelic and Gaelic for, like, Scots and Irish.
Yeah.
So...
Ketshi is apparently the Scottish Gaelic version.
Okay.
And considering that he's got, like, a Scottish accent in the remakes, I think that'd probably be the more appropriate name for him.
Yeah, but they just went with Kate Sith.
Yeah, that annoyed me. It's like, hello, I'm Kate Sith. It's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
Oh dear.
Next question?
Yes, please.
From Dominus Vixus,
did I actually finish answering the question?
Right, yes.
Sorry. Yeah, Anaris, in the 8th edition codex, Anaris was retrieved by Falchu, the consort of the Great Hawk, who would then gift the sword to Eldenesh in his duel against Cain. So, yeah, because Eldenesh was actually a real figure, because his tomb is actually found in the Inari novels. So... if that third book ever happened, they might have actually found that last blade, and that might have actually been the last Chrome Sword. But then Games Workshop decided to turn around and say, no, we're cancelling that series. No, the last blade's in the Palace of Slanesh now, because it was found on this world, which was where the Death Blade of Cain was in the Farseer book, even though in the Farseer book, the Death Blade of Cain was taken away from the fucking world. So it couldn't have been there to begin with, you bastards. Bill King was screwed. I have to say, he was screwed. Never mind. Next question, please.
All right, from Dominus Vixus, do you think the encounters with the Legion of the Damned will show them more in Mark 10 power armor as time goes on, or do they keep their older look? Or maybe it's based on the person who sees them, like a young guard private sees Mark 10 and a Space Marine captain sees a Mark 7.
That's actually really interesting, because obviously if they are, like, as is commonly believed, demons, their appearance could basically, alter to, like, fit a person's perception on what a Space Marine is. So, like, if you've got someone who's only ever seen Firstborn and they encounter the Legion, their perception will be like, okay, so these are like fiery Firstborn. But if someone's only ever seen Primaris Marines, then it's like, oh, these are fiery Primaris Marines, kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it really does boil down to what they are. Because if they are like... Because I think when I first read about them in... Oh, God. Was it 7th edition? The one where it was the... Space Marine Codex had the one that kicked off the whole Ultramarines are like the best and everyone wants to be Ultramarines. That was
4th
Codex.
edition, I believe.
Is it 4th? Wow. There's no way I've been playing since 4th edition. Or played back then. Either way, I remember reading like when Legion of the Damned were in that one, and it's like, oh, like they might be Marines lost to the warp that then like appear at like, when they're needed most kind of thing. So it depends if they are individual entities that have like their own set shape, or if they're like what you said, with their demons that can form to what people assume they will be.
I'll be honest, the lore regarding the Legion of the Damned is a fucking mess. It's an absolute mess, because back in 1st edition, they were just outright stated to be like the remnants of the Firehawks chapter. But then their little digital codex outright stated that they were demons, and then it mentioned there was actually a warp contagion that can affect people, but it was also like the events of the novel Master of Mankind, which had the Legion... Spoilers, by the way, because I know you're reading the Heresy series, but you might forget by the time you get to that book. But, like, there's a scene there where what appears to be the Legion of the Damned pop up in the middle of a fight against demons. Basically, a bunch of, like, flame-reefed, shadowy Space Marines. Just, like, sounds like the Legion to me.
Yeah.
Though apparently ADB, as Terran said, I didn't actually intend for them to be the Legion, but if you want to play, yeah, fuck it. kind of thing.
I mean, warps will all kind of time fuckery, so it can wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world.
I personally prefer the idea of them just being, the Emperor's own demonic legions rather than just a Space Marine chapter lost in a warp, because, like... Yeah. It's... The Firehawks being lost in a warp, being the Legion, while it may have been fine back in 1st and 2nd edition, whatever, it just feels so fucking mundane. It's so mundane, it's like... It takes away all of their mystique.
Yeah. I do believe we have one last question. From Cole Scott 9982. Was Saren really Vashdor?
No, Saren wasn't Vashdor. No, he was. If anything, he was like just a champion, wasn't he? If anything, you could argue that Sovereign was Vashdor.
The only thing I know about Vashdor is there's been like some clips I've seen like talking about like some of his interactions with like some like warp smiths and stuff. And then one thing from like when the Leagues of Votan, I think, fought his forces and their like automata got all like fucked up. And then there was a post this other day and it was like potential, man. Like it's just about Vashdor. Like, oh, he's got so much potential. He's been in so many things, done nothing.
It's the Inari all over again. Yeah. Built up as this great big thing, and then it just slowly collapsed in on itself like a flower in the cupboard.
Yeah. It's he's got such a cool design, too.
On the plus side, he did beat up Be'lakor, which just makes Be'lakor seem even more pathetic.
Yeah, come on. Give Be'lakor a break.
I mean, there was also that one...
Poor guy needs it.
Do you know what the funny thing about Be'lakor was? His very first appearance in any Black Library story was him getting the shit kicked out of him by Ahriman.
Wait, in the Ahriman trilogy?
It was in a short story. I don't know if that's actually in the omnibus, but it was actually a very short one of the short stories that tie into the trilogy. And it's like, they have a big argument, and like Aaron just goes like, "Ah, fuck you, slap."
Yeah, because it's Cetasius thingy like made a deal with him. And then Be'lakor was trying to, like, fuck him over. And Ahriman just basically walks into the space like, hey, what's up, bitch? And just beats the shit out of Be'lakor and takes Cetasius back.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. What was it called? Yeah, The First Prince, it was called.
First, right. Yeah, I think they put that in, like, in between the books. I think the first and second book, I think they put it in there. Because it's told from... I think that's it, because it's from Cetesius' perspective, if I remember correctly. It kind of, like, starts off there, and then I think it goes to Aramin's, and then, like, it continues the books from there.
I'm going to see if I can find the Aramin Omnibus on Black Library. Oh, no, it's actually not in the Omnibus. That's surprising.
Huh. Then maybe they just worked it into the... Maybe not as, like, a separate story, but they just worked it into the Omnibus? Because I definitely remember Be'lakor being part of the Omnibus.
They might have done, because, again, it's only otherwise available as an MP3.
Huh.
It just goes to show, like, the differences between, like, how Be'lakor is treated in fantasy / Age of Sigmar and in 40k, because, like, in Age of Sigmar and fantasy, he's a massive deal. Like, he is, like, the literal father of Archaon, you know, the bringer of the, you know, the herald of the end times and all that. He's like this massive deal, and in 40k, he's just some bitch.
Yeah, he's just some dude.
So I am the first demon prince. No one cares. Shut the fuck up. We have demon primarchs.
Yeah. Like, the scale is so totally different. Or, like, in fantasy, it's like, oh my god, the first demon... This actually, like, this causes problems. Like, things are kind of ruined for the world now because of this. And then in 40k, it's like, there are ships with cannons the size of towns, so who gives a shit? You're one guy.
I was like, hello, I'm Be'lakor. Come to take over the world. All that. Don't know, it's from Yorkshire.
Oh my god.
Actually, I probably would make him more intimidating. Just give like Be'lakor a thick, you know, Yorkshire accent.
Oh Jesus.
He's from that one part of the warp called the Dales.
I think that's Nurgle's garden.
I thought that was Bodmin. Yeah, the beasts of Bodmin are beasts of Nurgle. There you go. The beasts of Bodmin. Those who aren't familiar with UK folklore can be very confused right now. So what's the Beast of Bodmin? Beast of Bodmin, alien black cat.
Yeah.
And no, I don't mean space alien, by the way. I mean just like, you know, a weird black cat.
Yeah. There's a lot of stories like that around Britain where it's like, oh, there's this monster out there. What is it? It was just like a big dog I saw at night once. It's like, okay, all right. I guess that's it.
And that is actually one of the UK's monster stories, you know, Black Shuck, you know, the big black dog.
Yeah. We're so pathetic. Like all our folk story, like scary stories. Scotland's got some cool
it's a dog.
ones. It's the other one is just like, yeah, it's just a big cat or a big dog, and that's it.
Like we don't even have a Bigfoot.
Yeah, like we have the Loch Ness monster, but that's just completely made up. That's not folklore. That's like it's bullshit. There was the Kelpies. Kelpies are cool.
Kelpies are cool, yeah.
I do like a good Kelpie story.
Wasn't there also like the sea monk as well?
I'm not familiar.
Like ended up being like a misidentified like basking shark or something.
Oh right, yes, yeah. Basking sharks are a lot of what. Like I think there was one I saw. I think this one was in Japan, but it was like, oh my god, we found like a plesiosaur corpse, and then when you looked at it, no, it's just like the rotten carcass of a basking shark that like died.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because they get big. They're like the second biggest fish.
Yeah, because it's just like whale sharks, basking sharks, and megamouths.
Yeah.
I'm still amazed that the megamouth was only discovered back in the 1980s.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Like the third biggest fish in the world was only discovered in the fucking 80s. It's mad.
Now, chat, I want you to remember this. I know there's a big shark that was found in the 80s. This does not mean the megalodon is still alive and out there.
It's not out there, and it definitely is not in the Mariana Trench because...
It is not in the...
Let me just say this. If it's living in the Mariana Trench, what the fuck's it eating?
Yes! If anything, Megalodon, if it were to suddenly just reappear in our oceans today, would have a field day. Whales are bigger than ever. The water's warmer than ever. It's perfect for Megalodon to thrive. They lived on coastal oceans, and they ate large whales and probably each other and other like large fish. They would have a field day. And we would see the bite marks in whales that were alive today. We'd see the teeth embedded in them. We don't. Megalodon's gone. I'm sorry.
It's also the fact there's no more Leviathans either, so
yeah.
No predators for Megalodon either.
Yeah, nothing that can challenge it toe to toe.
Until they just say, oh, by the way, Predator X is back as well. It's like, no, it's not.
No.
There are no Chronosaurs, there are no Pliosaurs, Plesiosaurs, or Tylosaurs.
Nope, they're all gone. They're all gone. I wish they weren't, but they're gone.
Oh, and by the way, that one company who claimed to have resurrected a direwolf, they fucking didn't.
They didn't.
They just engineered a fucking grey wolf to make it, like, you know, bigger or whatever.
Yeah.
Because direwolves, they're not wolves. They're more closely related to jackals.
Yeah.
So how the hell do you genetically engineer a fucking grey wolf into a direwolf? You can't. It's like saying, I'm going to bring back a tiger by engineering this serval.
Yeah. Yeah. De-extinction is a very cool idea, and there's lots of really cool ways to maybe get around it for things like mammoths and stuff that we find the frozen bodies of, but if any kind of scientific discovery happens via press release first, don't buy it.
Look for the peer review paper first.
Yes.
Because this is pretty much the entire moral of Jurassic Park, the book.
Yeah. Oh my god. If you want good media on de-extinction, read Dinosaur Sanctuary. It's a wonderful manga. It's Jurassic Park if it was run well and the dinosaurs were treated like actual animals.
And please stop making Jurassic World films.
Oh my god, please.
The franchise jumped the shark.
Oh,
It's jumped the shark.
God.
No, it's jumped the Megalodon. That's what it's done.
Turn the Megalodon.
It's jumped the Megalodon. Oh, God. And on that note, given there's not much else really to talk about this episode, and given how my illness is kicking my ass, maybe I was constantly coughing, in conjunction with the heat, we shall probably call it there for this episode. So, thank you very much to everyone who tuned in for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. And thank you very much to Voice Quills for joining us this episode.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And hopefully next time you come on the show, Neve will be here as well, so you two can have an actual chat for once, because you two keep missing each other.
Yeah.
So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Remleiz from 40k Theories.
And I've been Voice Quills.
And we'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye.